within the central bank's 2 to 4% target range. The reading, just shy of analysts' 3.8% forecast, was driven largely by a jump in non-core inflation. Despite the uptick, Banxico is widely expected to follow through with a 25 basis point rate cut, and that's coming later today, lowering its benchmark rate to about 7.50% as it continues its easing cycle. Then on the company side, we see Apple. We see they've urged the European Commission to repeal or scale back the Digital Markets Act as a DMA, arguing the regulation is creating business challenges and hurting user experience in Europe. In comments submitted as the Commission reviews the law's impact, the iPhone maker claimed the DMA is hindering product innovation and warned that its enforcement is already affecting how customers interact with Apple's services. Now we see Moody's ratings have upgraded Costa Rica's long-term issuer and debt ratings to BA2 from BA3 and revised the outlook to stable from positive, citing stronger fiscal performance and resilient economic growth. The agency highlighted the government's adherence to spending ceilings, debt reduction from 67.6% of GDP in 2021 to 59.8% in 2024, and improving debt affordability as key drivers of the upgrade. Moody's also raised the country's local and foreign currency ceilings, underscoring confidence in Costa Rica's fiscal consolidation and medium-term growth prospects. And to social media now, Meta platforms, Instagram has surpassed 3 billion monthly active users, and that's according to CEO Mark Zuckerberg. Announced yesterday, marking a major milestone for the social media giants. The last update, I think that came in 2022 when Instagram crossed 2 billion users. Acquired by Meta for $1 billion in 2012, Instagram has since grown from a simple photo sharing app into one of the world's most influential digital platforms. And we see Oracle shares slip more than 2% at the open of trade yesterday after reports surfaced that the company is preparing a $15 billion U.S. investment-grade bond sale. According to Bloomberg, citing people familiar with the matter, that the debt offering could be split into as many as 7 tranches, including a fair 40-year bond with initial pricing talk about 1.65 percentage points above comparable treasuries. If completed, it would be Oracle's first bond sale since January. All right, let's get a check on what's playing out in the crypto market now. We see there's a continued downturn for Ethereum, sliding to a 7-week low. According to CoinMarketCap, the retreat, driven by weak sentiment and renewed regulatory concerns, underscores the fragile state of digital assets as investors reassess risk and the liquidity across the sector there. We did see a lot of bleeding there in the crypto market earlier this week, and that has continued at this point. Seems to be giving investors a direction of what to expect with risk assets, so far. So that's what's playing out in the global space. Yeah, and so there you have it. Some markets still holding on well in this last trading week of September, and we have a couple of days left next week. But we're seeing the crypto market there bleeding after trying to Bitcoin there trying to hit that previous high by $118,000, but it's dropped ever since the euphoria of that rate cut in the U.S. I think that's fizzled away, at this point, and now we're all listening to what Fed Chair Jerome Powell has to say about rate cuts and the job market in the U.S., going forward. So all of that sentiment seems to be dampening some risk assets, right now. Yeah,
but Ladi, let's not forget that Ethereum, for instance, has done really well this year. I mean, so people have made plans around Ethereum.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, let's not be too harsh.
Yeah, depends on entry though. Maybe those that bought at 1,800 and rode that wave to 4,005. Those ones will be smiling.
I know, and this might just be an opportunity for some other group of investors to get on, because the recovery might just be just around the corner as we head to the end of the year. If Nigeria is expecting rate cuts, perhaps Mr. Powell can also give more rate cuts.
More rate cuts.
Exactly.
Oliver Twist and everyone at this point.
All right, Laddie, thank you so much. See you at 1:30. And just before we go, we'll tell you what's going on in the Nigerian market today. This morning, it's an early start. Well, it hasn't been very green in the market these days, but yesterday's loss was quite smaller compared to what we had, like more than 50% drop in the losses that we had, because the day before we had about 300 billion lost, but yesterday it was just about 100. This morning it's starting off in the green just like it did yesterday, but ended in the red, so I guess it's too early to predict. But you could look around. Earnings, we talked about the banks. Earnings are coming, and the expectation is that it's going to be robust and healthy, because our banks are resilient and they can withstand the storm. And now with perhaps the rate cuts in Nigeria coming into the picture, it might just be better days for both investors and the bank themselves. So perhaps look around at the NGX and see what you can get from there. But that's it on Business Morning today. Thank you so much for being a part of this program. 55 minutes of current and relevant business. Thought we'll have another episode tomorrow. But Laddie Williams will be back at 1:30 to take you around the world of business for just about 25 minutes. And I'm not signing out, but I'll see you tonight for the Stock Market Report.